Godzilla, when I grow up, I want to be just like you.
Oh, don't worry, son. One day, you're going to be even more powerful than I am.
Really?
Sure.
One movie later.
Yeah, who's the big sexy kaiju now? Look at these fully developed arms and long slender legs. Oh hey little Godzilla, what's up? I'm not little anymore, jeez. I hate to break it to you, but when you're the same size as you were in the last movie, nothing's changed. You must have gotten that from your mom's side. Hey Rangers, welcome to Super Report Reviews. My name's Steve.
My name's Arnaz.
And today we got a shout out because somebody subscribed to our Patreon account.
Steve, that does not mean literally shout out in the camera, man.
I'm gonna shout and yell. It's awesome.
It is awesome because they donated $10, man. You're amazing.
Fantastic for Colby Fulse. I hope I said that right.
I'm sorry if you didn't. You know what? Just to be sure, I'm going to slap him.
Oh, God. Face. Alright, just get into it. But today we're going to be going over the SH MonsterArts Little Godzilla and Godzilla Jr.
Whoa.
Thank you.
That's not a little Godzilla. That's Minia.
You shut your mouth. Don't you ever disrespect the little ball of cuteness right there. We're mainly doing this review as a thank you for the $10. And this is probably the most requested review that we have on this channel. For some odd reason, everybody is super fixated on us going over these figures. So, because we had a donation on Patreon, we're going to go over these figures here. Because I was going to do another Evangelion figure review. Actually, I was going to do two, so that's the main reason why there's two here.
But we're going to do something that'll actually get views so people can see that we're tanking that guy.
Yeah.
I like that Evangelion crap.
Oh, I like the Evangelion crap. But if you don't know where these guys are from, Little Godzilla is from Godzilla vs. Space Godzilla.
Minia.
Little Godzilla. And Godzilla Jr. is from Godzilla vs. Destroya. It's also technically the same kaiju. But they're both the same height?
They don't look the same. I think you're lying to me.
Which is odd.
This one's a little bit different green color, Steve. You lied to me.
You've seen the movie. Also, I got a band-aid on my finger because I have boo-boo. Got it at work.
Steve's the boo-boo.
I took my shirt off, and then they made fun of me. I thought I looked ripped. But, alright. So, anyways, without further ado, further packaging, getting these guys out of the way for a second. But for Little Godzilla's packaging, you get a nice image of the figure. Or is that the suit?
I don't know, but it's pretty ugly.
What? That is a cuteness.
Hey, I want my...
all the time right there.
I want my Godzilla monster to be mean, tough, not cute and adorable.
But that's the whole...
No.
Anyways,
no.
I appreciate... But the package is majority-wise green. You also have a clear plastic Little Godzilla on the top with, God, and that little picture right there, it looks like Baby Godzilla.
Oh, why does that look like a mugshot or something?
It's his DUI shot. On this side of the packaging, you get Little Godzilla doing a dance. A nice shot of his pecs right there. On the side of the packaging, just more Little Godzilla and a lot more green. Back of the packaging just shows you what the figure comes with. Him with some dynamic poses. Some stuff I can't understand. Godzilla vs. Space Godzilla poster. And some Lego Mumbo Jumbo. And then for Godzilla Jr.'s packaging, you get a nice shot of... I'm 100% certain that is the suit right there. Because that looks way more detailed than the actual figure, but we'll go over that in a second. You get clear plastic, so you see Godzilla Jr. on the inside of the box. Top, just more clear plastic. Godzilla Jr., another awesome green mugshot. On the side of the packaging, just more Godzilla Jr., but actually the figure, and some more chest shots. On this side of the packaging, just more Godzilla Jr., and back of the packaging, just him with some dynamic poses, more stuff I can't understand, Godzilla vs. Destroyer poster, and even more mumbo jumbo. So, let's get into the actual figures. Alright, so first we're going to start with Little Godzilla right here, and for his accessories, he comes with 4 pieces of crystal that you can also have posing with Space Godzilla, which is generally what I have it doing. So you get 2 big ones, 2 small ones.
So you stole his accessories and gave it to another creature?
Yes.
You are a monster.
Well, I kind of just have Little Godzilla just like chilling on my shelf, and then Space Godzilla needs way more crystals than he came with. And then you also get 2 clear, oddly colored stands, which are to hold the crystals in.
So wait, shouldn't they like, you know, color that like dirt or something at least? Because it's, you know, it's holding the crystals for the prison?
You would think. I kind of wish they just would have went with the standard like clear plastic. But as you can see, how you insert these into here is on the bottom of the stands, there's going to be 3 peg holes total. You just kind of pick which one you want to put it in. You insert it in. And initially, too, when these come in, they'll have little inserts on the inside when you just pop them out so you can put the crystals in. But as you can see, looks pretty cool with our little Godzilla here. You can also articulate these at the base. So you can make the little crystal pyramid. Or crystal prison, I should say. It's still kind of a pyramid. Mine sometimes like to pop out pretty easy. But what you can also do, because moving your shelf around and stuff around, you'll see that these will just slide around. They also come with 4 of these little connector pieces total. Which, what you do with these is on the bottom here, you'll notice that there is some peg holes right here on the sides. You can kind of just pick a side, insert these into it. And the other stand has literally the exact same thing going on. And I do like that they give you 4 of them in case you lose them, but you only really need 2. Unless you pick up more little Godzillas, but then you'd also have like even more of those, so kind of defeats the purpose. Now, your stands are fully connected. Stays together pretty well until you start trying to lift it up, and then sometimes it likes to pop out.
Or fall off.
More so than the crystals and the actual base. But now you can set him on top, close him in, and now he's trapped forever. Or at least until Godzilla rescues him.
God, I hope he don't. Because he turns into this, Steve. He turns into this. Just leave him in that prison. He'll stay that adorable.
If he didn't change, we wouldn't get Destroyer.
Stay adorable, man.
Then for little Godzilla's details, head sculpt is freaking adorable. With his giant little baby eyes, and his cute little mouth with his little sharp teeth for eating fruits. Because you don't ever really see him eating anything like meat related.
He's a meat eater, Steve. You're stupid.
You think I'd be stupid, but you're wrong. Or please tell him he's wrong. But for his head, you can see the trademark Heisei Godzilla ears on the side. On the back here, you get the dorsal spine starting to form. But the paint job is a little bit sloppy here at the top, but nothing too bad. Then you get his cute little dorsal spines coming down the back and going down his little tail. Which kind of looks like cauliflower. Or something. Like some sort of weird vegetable just sticking out of his back.
Don't make fun of him.
But you've been this entire time.
I'm allowed to. You're not.
But I want to make fun of things too.
You're the serious one, Steve.
Yeah, right. But for his arms, nothing too much to really say here other than it's just very Godzilla looking. His nails are painted in a bone coloring. For his chest, done in a very sand color, which contrasts the overall green color of the kaiju. Which is odd, because Godzilla is like charcoal black, right? Why is little Godzilla green then?
He hasn't been burnt yet.
But they're both affected by radiation. So.
You want to know what else? I got a new name for him.
Huh?
I'm going to call him C-Cup.
I get it. Then he's got his little pot-belly tummy. And for his legs, a little bit of a chubbers down there as well. You can see his little bit of his kneecaps just like his big old papa. For his feet, he's got 4 toes. Some detailing on the bottom section for the pads. And his tiny little tail. Now, for his articulation, his mouth can go up and down, so you can have him kind of talking if you want. No other articulation here at the head. His chest can move back and forth. No real wiggle to it, though, on the sides. Arm could go up about that far, down about that far. Go all the way around, though. Has a little bit of bend here at the elbows. Also, a little bit of rotation here up at the shoulder as well. Hand can rotate all the way around. A little bit of a pivot to it as well. His legs can go out about that far, but then you got a crap ton of gapping. Inwards about that far. Really nice forward kick, though. Especially for a Godzilla figure. Then can go backwards about that far.
You know why he has that kick for?
Really nice bend here at the knees. Why is that?
Because he's going to turn into the original Godzilla so he can do that kick. You remember from that movie?
Oh, where he's on his tail.
Yeah.
Just, woo! But you don't even need it then. You need his tail to articulate, which sadly only can rotate side to side here at the base. No other articulation for his tail. And that's pretty much it. Just a little bit of bend here at the feet. So for a MonsterArts figure, not the most articulated, but pretty much it's what it needs to be.
It's adorable looking.
Maybe I like a little bit more articulation here up at the head so the head can rotate. But I do like that there's no seam line there because there's no articulation, so it makes him look a little bit cleaner. So overall, pretty happy with this guy. And then next we will go over Godzilla Jr. I will let Arnez take over the reins here in just a second. But for his accessory...
I do have a question, Steve. Are you sure you want me to do this? After messing with him for 10 minutes, I don't think I have a lot of positive things to say about him.
But we're the house of positivity here. So he comes with 2 helicopters, which is here for a lot of the scenes where you have the little group chasing Godzilla Jr. around and when he fights Destroya and when he's like in the water. So that helps to replicate that. Also, I like to use these ones with Shin for reasons. I don't know why. I just like actually, this is another one. I don't have them posing with him. I have them posing with Shin.
You're a horrible person, Steve.
But it's because I just... You know what? I'll let you take over here in just a second.
It's like taking like a Woody's hat and putting it on top of Gypsy Danger.
I've done it. They've seen it. If they watched any of this, anything on this channel, you've eventually... Oh, actually, no. Yeah, on this channel, yeah. Because it was the skit for Polaris had Woody on it. Or the Woody hat. But for the helicopters, they just sit on top of this bendy wire here, so you can kind of just bend this however you feel like. But when you start bending at weird angles, the little stand here is not good enough.
With those blades, Steve, be careful.
But the stand will not hold this in. Also, what's kind of sucky is the wire likes to pop out of the stand real easy too.
Can I be honest? It looks kind of cheap, dude.
It is. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of wish there was, like, they would have went with a route more aligned to the Toho effect sets with the little jets for that. They had like a little smaller cap so you could stick this on top of. That would have been great.
No, I appreciate what they did with this, you know. It's kind of cool, but it looks cheap. It looks like if I freaking sneeze on, it's going to fall over, you know.
Yeah. But for a little closer look at the detail for the helicopters anyways, I'm going to try to keep this on the stand because if I start moving my fingers, it's just my fat fingers are going to take up most of the shot.
The viewers are right, Steve. You are fat with your fingers.
They don't have to tell me. I love fast food. I can't stop myself. But for the details for the helicopters, look really nice. It's done in a metallic silver with a little bit of black here for the little landing, whatever you call that. The landing strip thing.
It's something.
Some technical term I can't think of right now. For the cockpit is done in a metallic blue. Have the little rotors on the back here. And on the top...
You ever seen that movie Black Hawk Down?
Yeah. Take a kid away.
Black Hawk Down!
But for the top of the helicopter, the propellers are done in a translucent plastic, which kind of gives the illusion that they are running. And then it also comes with... I forgot. It's in the
God,
box.
you stupid, Steve. It's flying, not running. They don't have legs.
That's what they're called. Legs. God, if only I could remember that. Pair of just standard propellers. Which I don't really like using these ones because personally I kind of like the look that they're already flying. So these are kind of cool if you just want to sit down on the table just to make it look like it's stagnant.
Options, man.
It does give you options, but you do get 2 of these.
And now that I kicked Steve out of the seat, I have one question, Steve. Why did you let me do the ugly one?
Because over on the Geek Chest, we did a top 10 least favorite SH MonsterArts figures in my collection. This guy made the top 10.
You know...
Actually, I think he was number 4 if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, he was pretty up high. At first, I didn't understand you. Like, one.
I don't know. Subscribers, let me know in the comment section below.
At first, I didn't understand why you put him on there. Until I was over here in a corner playing with him for 10 minutes.
Yeah, I'm playing with my toys. God, 30-year-old playing with toys. Jesus.
Oh, I'm done.
I love those comments because it's like, what were you expecting?
Were you expecting my 11-year-old to be playing with like $200-300 toys?
Well, for yours, yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to solve this review right now, you guys.
Megatron, no!
The end. Boom. Alright, let's just get this over with, Steve, before I pull that gun again on him. The one positive thing I really do enjoy about him is his eyes. They really do stick out, especially on the color that he comes with, the green color, you know?
Yeah.
And his eyes are... What color is that, Steve?
Orange. I'm going to say orange from this distance.
To me, it looks more like amber.
Sure.
You know what? Violet. Let's just throw some random names. What other colors do people name their
Michelle.
kids? Michelle. I love this Michelle. Oh, God. For his head sculpt, it's weird. And it took me a little while to figure out why he's so weird until Steve pointed it out. He's more of a... What's that form called?
He resembles more of the Godzillasaurus than actual Godzilla.
Yeah, he definitely does, because he definitely has like this hunch right here I don't like. And his long neck, and I can't fix it. If I do, he looks weird. Like, look at that.
I don't know, to be honest, that looks more straight than how you had it originally. Because now the dorsal spines are all gapped.
Are you happy, Steve?
No?
Because by the time he's 30, he's going to have a broken back if he keeps walking like this.
You're supposed to have a team lift if it's over 50 pounds, man.
Oh, God, we're never going to get this done. All right, for his closer details, you can see his little nostrils up here he has. His tongue actually looks like it's wet, and I really appreciate that about the figure that they did.
Yeah, what's nice is for how small it is, they put a lot of effort into it.
They put a lot of effort that it failed.
Oh, why? How did it fail? Even his teeth are painted.
What?
Like, I will say that this thing is definitely nicer painted than the Shin Godzilla.
Oh, man, Steve, you're really asking for it. You know there's going to be like 10 people that actually watch this whole video is going to hear that.
It's going to be great.
Oh, God. So for his back, it's really hard to get everything aligned properly. I don't know if because they put a lot of joints on him or what.
He does have a ton for being how small of a figure. Like, he's about the same size as the little Godzilla, and he has way more joints.
I don't know if it was a good idea, though, because he's having a really, like, hard time.
I kind of feel like he maybe could have been better served with a little bit less articulation.
But for the back, when you go down to the paint job, you see there's a lot of missed opportunities, like, especially right there. The paint just, like, leaks all over his back. And I get it. You know, it's kind of hard to paint in between that stuff. But for the amount of money you're paying, Jesus Christ, you think they would put in a better effort into it.
Which?
See what I'm talking about? See right there?
Yeah.
I don't like that. But besides that, it looks pretty good. They're tiny because he's tiny. I just don't get it how this cute thing evolves into this monstrosity with back issues.
Yeah, I like how he becomes, like, he goes from, like, literally a Godzillasaurus into cute, chibi, Minya-ish looking thing, back into a Godzillasaurus when he gets more radiation.
But going down his neck, it's really long, and I think that's one of the things that bugs me about this guy, is just how stupid long this thing is. Like, God, look at that. Even my fat fingers, like, are not that big.
Yeah, it's very long in the movie, too, though. Like, in terms of, like, overall scale with the movie, it does work really well.
And going from his long neck down to the rough chest, I really do like this.
You want to talk about C-Cup? Like, look at that.
I don't know. C-Cup over here. This guy's just a B-Cup.
I don't know. I feel like he's wearing the push-up while this one's,
hanging it loose.
Definitely isn't taking care of himself.
Steve, I thought this was supposed to be a serious review.
I don't think that's what we do around here, man.
Touche. And we go from his D cup down to his chest. Wait.
It's gone up now? You went from C. I said C, you went to B, and now we're at D.
You know what?
You know, you're foreign. I'll let it slide that you don't know the alphabet.
Touche. My alphabet has 32 letters in it, so.
It has letters?
I hate this guy. Alright, we're going from his chest down to his stomach, which there's this gap right here.
Yeah, that's one of the bigger issues I have with this guy. Is he has a lot of gapping issues, especially when you're articulating.
Yeah, which is really one of the things that bugs me, I guess, is his articulations. Well, it's not the articulations, it's the gaps that this thing creates when you articulate him, which they should have not put this many on such a small figure.
That or maybe cleaned it up, just maybe like hinder the articulation, but lined up the plastic a little bit better.
Yeah, because like look at that, even in between his legs. You see what I'm talking about?
Yeah. There is quite a bit of gapping there. If you ought to have it spaced out at all.
Oh, poor guy. He didn't do anything to deserve that.
Granted, you can like line up the joints to make him the gapping not as big of an issue, but then it kind of hinders the posability a bit.
Which defeats the whole purpose of
having the joints to begin with.
Yeah. Like I said, I don't like it. Please don't hate me for that. I'm sorry, you guys.
He does have very long, slender legs, though.
Yeah, we're going down to his legs. I feel like this one right here is a little bigger than this one. To me, at least, it is.
A little bit. What's kind of odd, too, is he went from, like, super chubby legs from Little Godzilla, which is very, again, Godzilla-ish. While this one is a little bit more lean and more dinosaur.
Yeah, plus there's this, like, I feel like his kneecaps are on the wrong side, man. Like, what is this, an extra?
Yeah, it's just, like, kind of dinosaur joints.
I don't...
Or has an extra bend on the back.
You know what? You're right, Steve. We'll go to one positive thing about this guy. Is his long tail. Like, I really do appreciate it. How long it is. I do like the paint job that it went from charcoal to green. A little bit in between. There's some white down here. Or maybe they just messed that up. Either way, it turned out nice. Also, it's got the scaling right here. Then when you get closer to it, this it's not so rough. Which up here at the top, if you can hear it.
Stop rubbing my paint job off.
What paint job? It's just charcoal black. See? I guess it's from this, right?
Yeah, well, it's just like the plastic underneath. Alright, so far as articulation, head can look up about that far, down about that far.
Steve kicked me out of chair.
Can look a little bit to the left, to the right. You didn't even want to do this, man. His mouth can open up and down. Has a little bit of a rotation to it. So you can get a little bit of a swivel to it. Arm can go up about that far, down about yay far. Can rotate all the way around.
He can salute. That's a good thing.
Yep. It's a little bit of rotation here at the top of the shoulder. Not really at the elbow. Decent bend at the elbow, though. Hand can rotate all the way around on the ball joint, so a little bit of play there for the wiggle as well. For his chest, can go down about that far. Up about that far.
That looks weird.
Yeah, talk about gapping again. Can go a little bit side to side. Legs can go out about that far. Inwards about that far. Pretty decent forward kick there as well. Can go backwards about that far.
Can he do the sitting pose like the Little Godzilla?
Almost. The tail kind of hinders that. But for his knees, decent bend there as well. Got a little bit of rotation here at the top part of the thighs too.
Gap.
Another rotation here at the knee. At his feet. A little bit of a bend here at the second joint. So you know this feet can pivot up and down. A little bit to the left and to the right. And then, just like Arnett said, the tail is on ball joints. So you can go get it about that far to the right, that far to the left, about that high up, and straightens up about that far. And for some quick comparisons, here we have the Little Godzilla and Godzilla Jr. compared next to some other SH MonsterArts figures with Space Godzilla and Mogira.
So are they supposed to be in scale with the Space Godzilla?
Yes.
So that's their actual size?
Yes.
For both of them?
Yes. And here they are, compared next to the SH MonsterArts Burning Godzilla and the second form from the Destroyer Evolution set. And here they are, compared next to some Monster Island Bandai vinyls with Space Godzilla and Destroyer. And here they are, compared next to the SH MonsterArts Shin Godzilla they were speaking of earlier, and the Robot Spirits Evangelion Unit 1. So overall, with the SH MonsterArts Little Godzilla and Godzilla Jr., I personally think the Little Godzilla is definitely the better value than what you get with Godzilla Jr. Because overall, I just think the Little Godzilla is a better figure than what we got with the Godzilla Jr. And I like the accessories a little bit better with the crystals over the helicopters. I just think the crystals definitely make for a better display piece than the overall helicopters. Which was pretty much my main problem with Godzilla Jr. Like, Little Godzilla came with enough that I feel like he was merited his own release. While Godzilla Jr. definitely needed to either come with another figure or come with more stuff to incorporate with other figures. So if you don't already have one, I would say the Little Godzilla is definitely the one I would go with over Godzilla Jr. But it kind of all depends personally on what movies you prefer. Like if you like Godzilla vs. Space Godzilla, then definitely get the Little Godzilla. But if you're more of a Godzilla vs. Destroyer fan, then definitely would lean more towards Godzilla Jr.
Why are you recommending that to people, Steve?
Well, I figure if you're watching this video and you like SH Monsters figure, like, you're going to want it no matter what. Like, I don't think the Godzilla Jr. is a bad figure per se. Just compared to most other MonsterArts figures, he's definitely lackluster.
But how much is he?
Well, I think like I said, when I picked him up, it was about $50.
Yeah, that's now. But how much is he? Like that was then. How much is he now, though?
I don't know. I don't keep up with the random figures.
That's not.
You got your phone out? Look it up, damn it!
I don't even know what his name is.
We've been saying it this entire review.
Godzilla Jr.
Yes.
Minya.
Well, both of these appear to be a little bit over $100 nowadays, which that's kind of rough. If you can pick them up for definitely less than that, I would recommend it. Like somewhere in like the $50 range is a little bit more reasonable for these figures.
Yes, please, for love of God, don't pay this much.
But what do you guys think? Do you guys own the SH Monsters, Little Godzilla and Godzilla Jr.? What's your favorite baby Godzilla or is Godzuki just more your thing? Please let us know in the comments. A closer picture of these guys on our website if you want to click the link in the description below. We also have a Patreon account, so if you guys want to help support the channel, also down in the description. And help us defeat those kaijus by hitting that like button, subscribe, become a ranger today. See you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.